This tank is the fv215b 183. This is a British Tier 10 tank destroyer, and the map is Emperor's Border. I am going to show you a sniping position that you can use. You're going to notice I have a lot of not APCR, but heat rounds. The reason why is because I'm working on a mission which is TD-15 to do 8,000 damage. One of the things that I discovered with this particular tank is if you use the APCR rounds, you can do substantially more damage than if you use regular rounds. With the APCR rounds, I ammo rack multiple tanks in the same game. It's not unusual to ammo rack 2 or 3 tanks a game using APCR rounds or heat rounds or whatever they are. With this tank, it does an amazing job of blowing stuff up, and it does a lot of damage. It's definitely overpowered when you use the higher penetrating rounds, and they're a lot more expensive, but I'm not losing any money. So you can see that I knocked a bunch of trees down. The good thing about this position is you can kind of reach to around the point where the enemy is going to come around the corner. It's right around the limit. However, it is an encounter battle, and it's unlikely that tanks are going to show up around that corner. I'm going to speed it up a little bit. Now, where this SU-130PM is, I noticed that this was actually a pretty good position. From over here, they're right at the edge of your spotting range, so you're going to get spotted sometimes. However, you've got nice sniping position right here. I waited way too long before I fired. I should have fired the gun. I was worried that my ally was in the way and that I might hit my ally's turret. The other thing is, because we're seeing the top turrets of enemy tanks, we should be using HE rounds. The AP rounds are likely to bounce. So look at where I am on the mini-map. I'm in the E1 sector. Did 1,200 damage to that tank. Now I have to hide. There's a nice rock to hide behind. Because I didn't know any better, I should have hidden right away. But now I know that when you fire, you got to hide right away. Otherwise, you have to risk the incoming fire. There is room for 2 people here. Missed a shot. However, my ally with the tank destroyer next to me took him out of the game. So you can see a Jagdpanzer showed up, and I do have to reload, but I'm going to be able to do a lot of damage to him, I'm sure. Now, one of the mistakes that I made was that I fired an AP round, not a high explosive round, so I should have aimed it manually, and I didn't. Now you can see it's getting to be a little bit difficult for 2 people in this position. Okay, so I wanted to show you that sniping position. Hopefully you'll have better games than I did.